Google just quietly dropped something massive. So Gemini 3.1 Flash Lite, brand new, just released. Here's what makes this insane. This is a budget AI model, a small, cheap, fast model, but it just outperformed Google's bigger, more expensive models on recent tests. It's basically a budget car that just beat a Ferrari, and that's what happened here. And the best part is you can use it for free right now. So you can see Gemini 3.1 Flash Lite, built for intelligence at scale. It was just announced today, which means that you get basically a much cheaper, faster version of Gemini, and you can actually use it for free as well. This is like a smaller model, but it's pretty powerful when I've tested, for example, Gemini Flash 3.0 in previous tests. Now, this is 3.1 Flash Lite, and as you can see right here, it outperforms 2.5 Flash with 2.5 faster time to first answer token and a 45% increase in output speed, according to the artificial analysis benchmark, right? Everybody wants faster models when it comes to building with AI, and it's no different with 3.1 Flash Lite. In terms of speed and cost and output speed, right, you can see the Gemini 3.1 Flash Lite is absolutely flying ahead of all the other models, right? So it scores 363 versus, for example, Gemini 2.5 Flash, GPT-5 Mini, Claude Haiku, Grok 4.1 Fast. They're not even in the race at this point, right, as you can see. And then in terms of price, GPT 3.1 Flash Lite is a lot cheaper than, look at the cost of, for example, Claude 4.5 Haiku, right? Pretty expensive, $5 versus 1.5 for Gemini 3.1 Flash. So if we look at all the fast models, so GPT-5 Mini, Haiku, Grok 4.1 Fast, etc., on pretty much all the benchmarks, Gemini 3.1 Flash Lite is winning. So like GPQA Diamond, Humanity's Last Exam, etc. It's only Grok 4.1 Fast that is still beating Gemini 3.1 Flash Lite on Humanity's Last Exam. You know, what is Gemini 3.1 Flash Lite and why should you care? So Google released Gemini 3.1 Flash Lite on March the 3rd today, right? This is fresh off the press, and it's now in live preview on Google AI Studio, which is free to access, or if you're on an enterprise team account, then you can use Vertex AI, right? Here's what makes it different. It is 2.5 times faster than Gemini 2.5 Flash, the model that it replaces. It is 45% faster at generating outputs than its predecessor. It outperforms larger, more expensive Gemini models from the previous generation on key reasoning benchmarks. It scored 86.9% on GPQA Diamond, a test designed for expert level reasoning whilst costing a fraction of bigger models. It comes with built-in thinking levels, so you can literally dial in how hard it thinks before it answers. If you're just doing fast tasks, you would use minimal, high for complex reasoning. So Gemini Pro is always going to outcompete the Flash models. So if you want the best possible outputs, then of course you would use something like Gemini 3 Pro. But if you want something that's fast, that's real time, that's cheaper, then you would go with Gemini 3.1 Flash Lite. It's the most cost efficient model in the entire Gemini 3 series, and you can access it today at aistudio.google.com. So thanks so much for watching. We've tested it out. We've seen how it performs. It is pretty impressive as a model, super fast, performs very well on the benchmarks and gives good outputs in real life too. And, you know, just in terms of how this works, so some people want to say I'm not technical enough to use AI tools. If you can type a sentence, you can use Gemini 3.1 Flash, right? There's no code, no installation, no developer knowledge needed. You just go to AI Studio and type in a prompt as you've seen today.